Marco Rubio, U.S. Secretary of State, stated that Ukraine has agreed to a 30-day ceasefire, and now the ball is in Russia's court. President Volodymyr Zelensky reported on the negotiations between Ukraine and the U.S., stating that Ukraine agrees to a ceasefire in two areas, at sea and in the air. He ended with an interesting statement. Now the U.S. will have to somehow convince Russia to agree as well. Indeed, this will be difficult because, in my opinion, Putin does not want peace. It will be interesting to see whether the Russian side will adhere to these terms. I have serious doubts that Putin will stop and will likely violate the agreement at the first opportunity, as Russia has repeatedly broken ceasefire agreements throughout the conflict. The international community remains concerned about Russia's adherence to agreements given its previous behavior. Furthermore, the U.S. has restored military aid to Ukraine, as officially stated by the Ukrainian side. This decision was made after Ukraine expressed its willingness to engage in peace negotiations. An important point is that the U.S. will continue to provide intelligence and strengthen Ukraine's defense as part of its support. All of this is happening amid active diplomatic efforts. It's worth noting that during the talks held in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia between Ukraine and the U.S., discussions took place on how to bring Russia into the peace process. However, despite these efforts, Russia has not shown a clear willingness to make concessions, raising doubts about the success of the negotiations. The situation is evolving rapidly, and everyone is waiting for Russia's decision on the ceasefire. This move from Ukraine is an opportunity for the peace process, but much depends on how the Russian side will respond to the proposals from the U.S. and Ukraine.